I'm all about changing perspectives. You know, when you change your perspective, you can change your world. By changing your perspective, you begin to change your beliefs, you begin to change how you feel. And one of the perspectives that I, interestingly enough, had to really shift in these first 2 years of being a dedicated business owner, entrepreneur, was that my expertise as a hypnotherapist isn't necessarily going to translate immediately into an expertise in all of the pieces of being a business owner. And that was a bit humbling, to be honest. And what really allowed me to just enjoy the process more of building my business and really stepping into this mindset of focusing on doing what I love and feeling like a success every day was allowing myself to have a beginner's mind, to kind of have a childlike awe, an exploration to that business side of sharing hypnotherapy with the world. And it was interesting because I had a lot of beliefs, again, about what my past experience and how that would translate into what I was doing today. And part of that perspective shift was, again, to allow myself to be new at something. And whenever something is new for us, it's uncomfortable. Fears come up. And rather than, some of the stories that would come out, and I've seen this also with my clients, which is, but I already know what I'm doing. For me, I've been a hypnotherapist for nearly 7 years. This is my expertise. This is me doing what I am meant to do. Why can't it translate to all of the things that need to happen in order to have a business? The other thing, the shift in perspective, again, to allow myself to have a beginner's mind, to realize that these are new things, is this time in my life where I'm at is different than other times in my life when I owned a business. Also, the type of business that I owned previously was a physical business. It was, I actually did little fishing charters here in the town where I live, versus this whole online space. And so the shift in perspective was to really have compassion for myself, to go from this idea that I'm an expert in what I do, and therefore I should be an expert in sharing what I do. But it's actually two different things. And by giving myself permission, and again, I really work with my clients for them to give themselves permission, especially on that subconscious level, to have fun with it, to explore, to see, how this can be something exciting, and to give yourself permission to be new at something. So is there anything, that you're wanting to birth out into the world? Maybe you've thought that in the second half of life, at midlife, you're ready to do something new. You want to actually, create a business. Maybe you have a hobby or just something that really has been in your heart, something that you've wanted to share. You know that you have this wisdom, and yet you don't know how do you translate that expertise on a personal level into being able to share it, with the world and make an impact. And so one of the key things is just giving yourself permission to try new things. Whatever you feel called to do, that's another thing that has really been helpful for me, is whatever seemed to be attracting my attention, to go ahead and just experiment with it. Rather than, creating this giant grandiose plan and strategy, which is good for the long term, but when you're just getting started, allow yourself to be in that exploration mode of, hey, this is calling to my attention. For example, I'm doing these YouTube videos now. 2 years ago, I was like, I'm gonna do videos on YouTube. I would go to make a video. It would literally take me all day long. The tech wasn't working. When I would try to upload things, I didn't have enough bandwidth. The internet wasn't working. All of these blockages. And so I reached out to a colleague. I was like, what's going on? I just want to share my gifts with the world. I know that this is what I'm meant to be doing. Why is everything seem to be blocking me? So in a hypnotherapy session, what came out was I was supposed to start doing Instagram. I had never even heard of Instagram. I mean, I'd heard of it, but I wasn't on Instagram. I didn't know anything about it. I was scared shitless. I'm like, isn't Instagram for millennials? Aren't I too old for this? All of those stories started coming up. But because I'm very clear that when my subconscious, when my intuition, when that message pulls my attention, that that's what I'm really meant to do, I just began doing it. I made a commitment to myself. I said, okay, 90 days. I'm going to post every day, no matter what it looks like. And I am a perfectionist, so this was a huge one for me to work through. I used to be a perfectionist. And I just posted 90 days, no matter what. If I go back and I look at those, those first posts and pictures that I put up and reels that I tried, it's like, oh my gosh. And because I followed what I was directed to by my subconscious, I got really comfortable being on the camera. Before that, again, I had all of these beliefs about, oh, but aren't I too old? Nobody wants to see me on camera. And I worked through that on Instagram these last 2 years. And then recently, there was this pull that, really what you want to be sharing is more in depth. It's longer than a quick little Instagram reel. And now is the time for you to step into doing these videos on YouTube. And so here I am. So again, my suggestion to you, if you have a hobby, if you've had this calling within you, there's something that your wisdom that you really want to share with the world, begin to do it. Whatever way it seems to be, you feel directed, you feel pulled to, just give it a try. Do it badly. Allow yourself to fail and learn in the living. Learn in the process. And you'll get better and better at it. And so right now, in order to help you get better at it, we're just going to do a short little hypnotherapy practice, a little hypnotherapy session. And to really wire that in, I definitely invite you to listen to, to this portion of the video multiple times, 7 days, 21 days, to really begin to reprogram your subconscious, to shift your perspective into doing something new. And another little fun new thing that I am doing is I have committed to doing a little dance in each video. And so now is the dance time if you want to get up and do a little dance party with me before getting nice and calm, because maybe you're in your head a little bit. So we dance it out, and then going ahead and getting yourself nice and calm. Sitting, lying down. If you're driving, suggest that you just come back to this at another time when you can really allow yourself to be present. And so just going ahead and taking a few deep breaths. That's all it takes, and just allowing the eyes to close down naturally, already beginning to relax both mind and body. And with each and every single breath, in this present moment, you find that it is easy and effortless for you to relax even more. Relaxing into all that is for your highest and greatest good. Relaxing in to all that is for your highest self and your highest purpose. And purposely now, just allowing any thoughts that might be racing through your mind to simply drift and float. Drift and float away, allowing yourself to go even deeper as I count you down from 5 to 1. 5, going deeper and deeper, relax. 4, allowing those thoughts, any outside noises, to simply fade into the background as you go deeper and deeper. 3, relaxing, releasing. Really letting go, simply listening to the sound of my voice, allowing the sound of my voice to take you even deeper, relaxed. 2, opening up to new perspectives. Opening up as you go even deeper. And 1, opening up to allowing your mind to learn faster than ever before. And allowing your mind to learn faster than ever before how to open up to new perspectives. And so in just a moment, you'll begin to notice, imagining a perspective that you would like to shift. Perhaps that perspective is like the one that I shared, that because you're an expert in one thing, that you should immediately be an expert in another thing. Perhaps for you, that perspective is about how old you are. Maybe it's simply a perspective about trying something new. And so getting ready for that perspective that you're ready to shift, to be revealed, as you begin to imagine a whiteboard there in your mind's eye, imagining that whiteboard, and you notice that there's various colored pens on the lip of that whiteboard. Just taking a moment to imagine that now, noticing what color the pens are, seeing that whiteboard before you. And going ahead and stepping up to that whiteboard and choosing a pen to write old perspective on the left side of that whiteboard. Going ahead, choosing a colored pen to write old perspective on the left side of that whiteboard. Now, in just a moment, I'll count you down, allowing you to go even deeper. And when I arrive at one, you're going to write up there on that whiteboard what that old perspective is that you're ready to let go of. Getting ready to write up there on that whiteboard that old perspective that you're ready to let go of in 3, going deeper, deeper, deeper down. 2, trusting your subconscious mind knows exactly the right perspective that you're ready to let go of in 1. See, feel, sense, and experience yourself stepping up, writing that old perspective up on the whiteboard while I'm silent now. Really getting it up there. Gaining an awareness, a clarity of what you're ready to let go of. Taking a moment more. That's right, excellent work. And now you'll notice another color pen that's calling for your attention. And so going ahead and picking that color up and writing new perspective on the right side of the board. Getting ready to receive that new perspective that's going to replace that old perspective. Getting ready for that new perspective, ready to write that up on that board in 3, 2, 1. Writing it up on the right side of the board, that new perspective, now. Really gaining that new perspective. As a matter of fact, once you finish writing that new perspective up on the board, maybe you want to just take an eraser and knowing that that old perspective has been left behind, and so you can just erase it now. Focusing on that new perspective there on the right. Knowing that that's the right perspective for you to take now. Really stepping back from the whiteboard and observing that new perspective that you're ready to embrace now. As a matter of fact, going ahead and imagining yourself right now, believing that new perspective, feeling how it feels to be living that new perspective. Maybe even imagining yourself going through the rest of today, tomorrow, or this week with this new perspective. Really make it real, believing it, feeling it, living it now. Imagining how much better you feel. This new belief, this new positive perspective that you've created here and now. Taking a moment more to really make it real. Whenever you're ready to bring this new perspective back to this moment in time, going ahead and opening your eyes, knowing that when you open your eyes, it locks in all of this incredible transformation that you've created here and now. Now knowing that this new perspective is part of your subconscious mind. And so it'll be interesting to see over the next few days, the next few weeks, how you see that coming up in your life. How you notice yourself making that choice to be on that right side of the whiteboard with that new perspective. Really allowing it to be your new belief, a new feeling, a new way to live. And again, I invite you to come back and listen to this portion of the video for a week straight, maybe 21 days, to really allow yourself to explore all of these new perspectives that you're ready for. And so if you'd like some support in being able to really implement these new perspectives and, maybe like me, you're ready to share your wisdom with the world, then feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to work with you one-on-one. So be blessed with such gratitude. Have a great day.